what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? It is me once again here in the Rising Eagle Studios at the Warrior Healing Center in beautiful Sierra Vista. What's going on, everyone? It is me, Eric. I do not negotiate with terrorists. Z, hanging out with you on this Saturday, December 13th, not Thursday at 5, but today, Saturday at 1, because it's a special event. It's the holiday season. Doesn't need to be any more special than that. There are vendor events going on. The Army-Navy game is going on. There's a whole bunch of things going on. But also going on is a lot of veteran-owned businesses lining up to go ahead and get their voice to be heard. And what better way to do that than to come on here with good old Uncle Z. We go ahead and take care of that, because that's what I do for people. I like to go ahead and get a hold of veteran-owned communities. I like to make sure that their businesses are heard loud and strong. Blasted all through social media to make sure that their voice gets heard, their word gets out. And then hopefully the people come in. That's what I do. That's who I am. You can't change that. Oh, no. So with that, Tonight, today, Saturday at 1, I've got a special one for you guys. Now, I know there's been some Christmas music playing around yesterday, and who was listening to it, by the way? I had it on all night long. Amazing. Love it. But today for you, I have special interview one, Mr. Steve Gruden from Always Faithful Dog Training, Southeast Arizona. Been wanting to get him on the show for the longest time. And this guy is out there. He's like, boom. It's like, I got to get a hold of him. I got to make this happen. And I did. So, because I know there's a lot of festive things going on, because I know there's a lot of events, parties, vendor events, stores, the whole nine. Everybody's lining up and down the street to go ahead and get something going on. So, without further ado, I would love to present to you my interview with Steve Gruden, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Erik Z over here at the other table, moved from one to the other. It's magic the way that I do stuff. I even change clothes. I take that second to change my entire ensemble. And it's amazing I said ensemble correctly, considering I will mess up words like there. Yeah, I know. It's a beautiful thing. Butcher the English language, always have, always will. The Polish butcher. Thank you. But anyway, as I talked about, I am here with Steve Gruden from Always Faithful. And it's great to have you on the show today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, I know it's been a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a struggle, and some of us forgot a certain date here and there. But, you know, we make things work. We make things happen, because that just means we're busy.
Yeah, 4th, 5th, Thursday, Friday, whatever it takes.
January, February, December, you know, whatever it takes, 25, 26. It's busy, and that just means we're all proactive. We're getting stuff going on.
That's right.
And seeing Always Faithful, like your name has, like, for lack of a better term, exploded the last couple months, because I'm seeing you everywhere.
Good.
You're like, I see you at events. I see you helping out of Warrior Healing Center. You're like doing a lot of good things. And it's like going, hey, let's get Steve on the program, so that in case somebody has not been watching for some odd reason, let's introduce everybody to the man who has been doing so much. Maybe behind the scenes, like the Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I wouldn't go that far. Not a whole lot of wonder here.
Not a whole bunch of mystique, but that's right. We're going to pull the curtain just in case, and we're going to make things happen. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, you know, Army veteran. I served from 2002 to 2009. I was a dog handler, military police in the Army. And so I always said, the dog handler gig was the best job I could ever have in the entire world. And so if I ever started a business of my own, it was going to be dog training. And so didn't get around to that until this year. So it's been quite a while since 2009 when I got out of the Army, but been doing government contracting, government civilian work since then. IT, cybersecurity stuff, which you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've got a beautiful wife. We've got some kids, some dogs. We've got a whole lot of things going on. Grandbabies on the way. All kinds of different things that are coming. So just excited to be here. Excited to continue trying to help out around the community and what I can do to help folks out.
When you was in the military during that time, 7 years, so dog handler, where were you? Was you here at Huachuca?
Yeah. So my first duty station was Korea. Went there, spent the first 14 months in Korea, then got stationed here at Fort Huachuca. Stayed here pretty much the entire time, with the exception of going over to the other desert. That's
the sandbox.
A little bit different than this one. But yeah.
What was you in Korea?
Yeah, in Korea, I was in Daegu.
Daegu, okay.
Camp Walker.
Oh, you was down on the south side.
Down on the south side.
Yeah.
But we were MPs. We backfilled everywhere and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I made it out there a couple times because they had the other CLSCK facility out there.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a lot of fun playing with those wonderful toys. And the drive's like going, man, they got it nice out here. I can't say anything else at Yongsan, so I was like, don't talk too much smack here.
Spent a long time in Yongsan too. Yep.
So, okay, so you came here, you came from Korea, you got here to Huachuca, and I've seen some of the facilities that they use there, and plus remembering what I saw in the past. What are just, and obviously you brought that over for going into Always Faithful, but what are just like some of the techniques that you would train for dogs so that they could be better adaptive to you when you're going out on missions, patrol, or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing when I was in the service, right, is just making sure that you had full command and control, and your dog was trained to do the things that you were asking them to do. So in my case, I had a patrol and explosives detector dog. So we did some of the bite work, we did some of that type of thing, but we were also out there searching for explosives, caches, things like that. So training was nonstop. That was our job. 40, 50 hours a week. If we weren't running missions or if we weren't working road patrols or anything like that, we were training, constantly training. So you had to be very, very good. The dog had to be very effective at what he was doing in order to make sure nobody got hurt.
Did you get the guy could put in the full suit so the...
Oh, yeah. Lots of times.
We always seen that in Germany whenever we go there, like, oh, yeah, they're doing some training. And then you see the big guy and big marshmallow thing start running out there, and Rex got him.
Oh, yeah. We've had company commanders, garrison commanders, post commanders. We've had everybody. That
kids like seeing that when they like have demonstrations like that. That is so much fun to watch.
Those are some of the most fun demos we did. We're at the 4th of July fairs and things. We used to come out and do all kinds of demonstrations. So yeah, it's a good time.
And you just do you just train German Shepherds, or do you any other types of dog breeds, or?
Yeah, I mean, in the Army, we primarily trained with German Shepherds and Belgian Malinois. Nowadays, what I'm doing today is any dog, any age, doesn't matter.
Okay. So yeah, that's basically where I was going with this. When you transitioned over, and obviously your contract job, government job. Yep. Go team. But you finally got into your business, and that's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going with. You've had your understanding of the military and their training. How much of that transitioned over to start going into with Always Faithful?
Yeah, I think some of the methods transferred over. It's a lot different when you're working with a military working dog or any kind of service dog or sport dog. It's a lot different than working with just a normal pet, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different things that we do. So I think the biggest thing that transitioned was just a familiarity, behavior, how dogs learned, how they trained, what was important to them, where the value came from, all those things. So a lot of the methods, some of the methods I'll say, probably transferred over, but for the most part, we do things a little bit differently with pets.
You do things differently. How so regards, and how much is the owner, if the owner is in fact involved in it?
Yeah, so the way I do it, the owner's always involved.
Okay.
The owner is 100% involved. I will do occasionally, if we've got an extremely fearful case or aggressive case, I may bring them to my home with my dogs. And that way I've got, a full week or two to spend with them on training and behaviors and modification of those behaviors. But for the most part, the majority of the training that I do is in the owner's home with them, with their dog, teaching them the skills that are going to last. It's more important to me if I spend 3, 5, 8, 20 lessons training. I want the owner to have the skills necessary to continue training for the rest of the dog's life. The dog's always learning. Training never stops.
So this can go in a limited amount of time, and it's determined, all right, the dog is doing enough, more than enough. It's got to be a full 100% or 90, where the other 10 is like, I feel that they'll catch on to it. It's not a problem. Or
yeah, it's really about the first step that I always take is I go out and I do a complete evaluation. It's no cost to the owner. That way I can meet with them, identify what their training goals are, what they want to accomplish. And from there, I build a training package that says, okay, it's going to take us approximately, 5 lessons to get to where you need to be. That way you have the skills to transfer forward. That way they're not dependent on me to come back constantly to reinforce, right? I want to give them the skills that are necessary to continue on. So we make that determination on how long it's going to take, and we work until we're done.
Okay. Has there been any standouts? And standouts can range from, hey, they came in, it was like totally unruly and just went to St. Peter.
We've had a couple. I don't know about St. Peter, but we've had a few where, one of the reviews that someone left me was they were getting ready to put their Jack Russell Terrier down because of the behavior that the dog was displaying inside the house towards one of the individuals in the house, constantly trying to bite and everything like that. And so that was 3 lessons, maybe 4. I think I went back one time afterwards just to re-engage and help them understand what needed to be done. And no issues.
That's good.
Since then, so
especially that short time span, like a 3 or 4.
Right.
Is it rare, or I don't want to say it's common, but it's just like rare that after like so many, if the dog doesn't catch on, is there like any other type of training, or is there just, worst case, go back to the shelter or anything of that nature?
Well, there's a lot of different ways to train a dog, right? And so my focus is I've got my primary methods that we use, but they don't always work on every dog. So it's really dog dependent. And then from there, it becomes a problem solving issue, right? So we look at different ways, different methods. What can we adjust? Maybe the dog learns a little differently than another. And so we make all those different adjustments as we go. And it's very specific to each dog, each owner. Every owner can't train the dog the same way either. So everything that I do is based on their environment. It's always changing. That's why I love it so much. There's always a problem to solve.
And it's good that you're in something that you love.
Absolutely.
That's always a good thing, because and this is talking to other people in the past. It's a little something we talked about earlier. It was like, I could do something and I could get buckets of money, but I don't like it. But I could get, and this goes back to a guy that I know. He came back to a job and it paid him more, but he didn't like it. So he went back to a less paying job, but just loved the environment.
Right. That's what I told my wife earlier, is that this isn't work for me anymore. Right. Every day that I go out, every second that I spend working or driving, whether it be out to Rio Rico or Tucson or wherever I'm training in a particular day, it never feels like work because I'm doing what I love. So, no retirement plans, keep training.
That's outstanding. Is there, I love that. It just sounds good. Retirement. It just sounds good. Is there, with the breeds of dogs, have you noticed any breed to be more easily trained versus breeds that didn't pick it up in the beginning?
I wouldn't say don't pick it up. There are usually it's animal specific. There are certain breeds that are bred for working or training that can be a little bit easier to train. But even then, if you think of a Labrador Retriever, they're known for easily trainable. They're known for being great family pets. But I just had a client a few weeks ago, probably the most out of control Labrador Retriever I've ever seen in my life, right? And so then you have to adjust the training method. So I try and focus on the specific dog first before I look at the breed and try and lump them into, they're going to be easy or they're going to be difficult or whatever the case may be.
That's good. When it comes towards training, you train for the dog for the family.
Right.
Is there any other type? We've had some people on before where they train service animals.
Mm-hmm.
So do you do anything of that?
Yeah, I do service animals. I do therapy dogs, right? I know we've got some folks right down the hall that do a great job with the service animals for veterans. And so there's no conflict or anything. It's all good things for the veteran community, especially. So I do those kind of trainings. I do a lot of obedience training. But what I really enjoy doing the most is behavioral training.
Okay.
Right. So folks come to me and they say, oh, I want some obedience training for my dog. And then you go out and do the evaluation, and what it really turns out to be is my dog's doing all of these different things in the house, and I don't want them to do that. I'd rather them do this. And so that to me is, let's focus on the behavior. Let's focus on that aspect of it. Obedience training isn't a magic pill. You want to have an obedient dog, but to me, it's how are you behaving inside the home? How are you behaving towards the other folks in the house, or the other dogs or cats, or whatever the case may be. And so that's what I really enjoy the most, is focusing on the behavior side and making sure that the home is happy with a dog in it. Because as you may or may not know, dogs are brought into our lives, into our homes to create happiness, but sometimes they can cause a whole lot of chaos.
Oh yeah, that's true. I know, having pets in the past is like, when I come home, at least I know one individual that's going to be happy to see me.
That's right.
Unlike the cat.
Now, are you going to be happy to see him if you go in the kitchen and the trash is laid out all over the place? And so those are the
might have a conversation, but not about like, you could have told me you were hungry. You could have been like,
give me some food.
No? Okay. It's true. It's really true. Raph, I know you're watching. Ghost, what's up? Like I said earlier, your name, at least for me, has come up a lot more. So, maybe I'm not paying attention, but I am paying attention. But I'm just saying that you've been doing, your name's been coming up more. You've been doing a lot of things. With Warrior Healing Center, what are some of the things you've been doing since you've been around?
Yeah, I mean, Warrior Healing Center has been great. Earlier in the year, when I left my last corporate job and was transitioning towards starting the business, I spent a lot more time here. And Lori, Susan, I'm sorry I haven't been here as much as I should be. Business is going right, and so Warrior Healing Center is great. When it comes to getting the name out there, I don't want to just try and splash it as many different places as I can. So what I focus on is different charitable contributions, right? What kind of charities can we donate to? Is there a golf tournament, for example, that's got a great charitable cause? Coach Hughes Serving Veterans, most recently, that was the most recent golf tournament that I sponsored. Things that I know where the money is going to a good cause, and it's just not me trying to spend as much as I can to get in front of everybody's face, for example.
You're doing a good cause and everybody knows we're doing all these different things and it's all going towards the same area, helping the veteran, helping dogs, right? Yeah. Some of the local rescues that we have, trying to donate my time or dog food or anything that we can to those. There's another golf tournament coming up sponsored by Arrows Landing, which is a local dog rescue. That's going to be a good one. So whatever we can do, as long as the money is going back to a good cause, that's the preferred method for me. One of the guests I've had in the past, Brandon, he's also done some things for Tombstone Dog Shelter and such. He's had events where blankets, food, and stuff just to help out the pets that are out there that are in need, because sometimes shelters, especially just the one down 90.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's such an influx of stray pets that are out there. They need stuff to help them, and they're not exactly having the fun. So it's great that you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's always a need for it. I mean, the shelters in particular, they're always getting overrun. I did some work earlier in the year as well with Tombstone, with Patty and her team out there. Great facility, great people that are trying to do what they can do. Again, haven't been able to spend as much time there as I would like, but time is a finite resource, as we all know.
That's true.
And yeah, I mean, just great causes, great people, great things happening around here.
You got anything? Not anything, but let me rephrase that. You've been to other events and such? Are there any events that are coming up that has caught your eye to where you want to help out? or anything annual like that you've been to in the past is like, I'm definitely going that again because they've done a great thing, and I definitely want to help out with that one more time.
Yeah, I mean, earlier in the year, the big one that Warrior Healing Center had on, right? The stand up
for freedom.
Stand up for freedom.
Yeah.
That was great. I mean, we all put a ton of work into that. That's one that I'll continue to volunteer for, right? There's no money involved, no advertising involved, really. It's just all about volunteering and helping out. So that for sure. I know the local shelter, Nancy J. Brewer, they have a couple of different things. They have one big event that comes up every year where they go out to the park and they've got everyone set up. And so that'll be another one. But yeah, I'm just always on the lookout. There are so many events around here that people don't even know about or that I don't know about. And so they pop up on the radar and, hey, let's look at that one. Let's go check it out.
Is that the one is Dogs in the Park? Is that the one they do?
That's
or is that another one?
I think that's another one. Yeah, there's so many. But as they pop up, I just see them and I'm like, okay, well, that looks like a great event. Let me go see what I can do there.
So when you transferred over from corporate, what you said you started a year ago. When exactly?
So I started this business back in May of this year, actually.
Okay. Yeah. Well, May of this year. Okay. This year, yeah. Do you operate? I know it says Southeast Arizona, so is your base of operations here in Sierra Vista, or are you?
Yeah, so I live here in town.
Okay.
Got clients here, Huachuca City, Rio Rico, Benson, Tucson, Green Valley. So I'm traveling everywhere, wherever the need is.
You blanket the area.
Blanket the area, wherever the needs are, and wherever folks are calling from, and they need help with behavioral problems. I'll drive to you. Okay. I'll make the trip.
And if you're not checking the comments by now, you need to check them because I've already put I've already put Steve's company, the whole nine, everything. Get with them. If you feel that training is needed for your dog, by all means, get a hold of this man. He's done a lot. He knows a lot. And he's going to continue to provide a lot because that's who he is.
And I want to make one thing known, because I've had this thing asked for me a lot. I don't train husbands and I don't train wives. Just please understand that.
Thank God. Because my wife would throw me there in a moment. I appreciate it, Steve. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. I've been wanting to get you on here, and I'm glad I finally had the chance to get you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. All right, we're getting ready to head back to Dead S because we got some more notes going out. It is the Christmas season. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's the most favorite time of the year. So let's head back over there and let me go ahead and put back on my stuff because I'm feeling a little cold. I feel like I could cut diamonds. Don't look too deep into that. We are back. I hope everybody enjoyed that interview. I sure did. Again, always faithful dog training, Southeast Arizona, Steve Gruden. By all means, check him out. As you can see, there is the website for it. He's also got one on Facebook. So definitely check the comments. Links are there. Inquire, ask questions. Amazing interview. Now, coming up next week, I got some interviews lined up again. I got one, possibly two more people coming in. I may have to do another split Thursday. Ooh, excuse me. Coffee's kicking in strong. Thursday at 5 and possibly again Saturday at 1. We're going to see how it goes. Going to make sure that we get both of them on there, make sure both their voices are heard, make sure that they get their message out to you, the viewer, because that's what we want to make sure happens. And if you have not checked out the Warrior Healing Center yet, by all means, come on over, take a tour, ask questions, look around, because we are not here just to help the veterans. No, we're here to fight for them. So until next week, thank you everybody for stopping in and indulging. If you caught it on live, that's great. If you catch it on replay, that's great too. But by all means, like it, share it, get their messages out there. And hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check up in the comments up above. We got that YouTube link. Got over easily 12 to 1,300 videos out there. It's worth a look. It is worth a look. Check out the past. Check out all the previous veteran-owned businesses that have been on here. Maybe you see something you like. Check them out because their links are always in the comments. Until next week, I will see you soon. Enjoy your Christmas holiday season. And hey, be safe out there. It's a Christmas rush. People get mad crazy shopping around. So take a little extra time, relax, cool down, calm down. Head on out to the Noel. That's over on Fort Huachuca. I hear they got some Glühwein. German special. Tasty, tasty. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's good, y'all. All right, y'all take care of yourself. Bye.